following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Handoff goes to Johnny English, who breaks out of it. Still going, Johnny English! And English will score! Oh, man. On the left-hand side. Oh, what a catch! What a catch from Coleman! Toss on a 3rd down and 2. Stretches it out to the right-hand side. Brusky's got a huge amount of space. Brusky 40. He's crossed midfield. 40. That's Hecho. Oh, he made 3 people miss. Hecho breaks a tackle. He's done it again. Touchdown.
It's the SFL live on Twitch TV.
Welcome to County Stadium in Houston, Texas. The Sunday Spotlight game tonight. The Louisville Wolfpack against the Houston Hyenas in their first ever meeting as last year's best team in the regular season takes on one of the newest in the SFL. Hello and welcome to Texas. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Kevin Irvine, and we'll see what the Houston Hyenas are all about tonight. A tough task with Skeletor, P-Funk, Rick O'Reilly, David Overstreet and company coming into the new building here in Houston, Texas. The Texans were shut out. Hyenas trying to avoid the same fate tonight. Do a little bit better than that. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
Big game tonight.
This should be fun.
Gentlemen, please make your call.
We'll take heads.
It is tails. You want the ball. The home team has won the toss and select to receive.
The Houston Hyenas will get the ball first tonight. We'll get our first look at Courtney Coleman, Darnell Black and company. Louisville's got the ball on the tee. Kick it! Here we go! From the 11-yard line, short kick. Houston on the return, put down at the 28. On the return, Barry Burgeons. So Darnell Black, the newest Gold Star running back, inserted into the lineup. Houston in the home, black helmets, blue jerseys, white pants with the white numbers, silver and black trim. Louisville in the all whites with blue numbers and blue trim. First down and 10 at the 28-yard line, and the first play of the night is a handoff to Black, and Black tries to extend it around the right side and is tackled by Aaron Tolbert. Nice stop by Tolbert to start this game. Had an excellent start to his career. He had 54 tackles last year, which was second on the team, just 2 behind Khrushchev. Had a couple of picks as well. Second down and 10 at the 28-yard line. 2 receivers off to the right side, and the line shifts from right to left for Louisville. O'Reilly applying pressure. Coleman floats it deep. Its pass is caught inside the 30, down to the 20. The Hyenas down to the 2-yard line. Brad Wiggins. What a throw from Coleman, and Houston is in business. I can't believe this pass was caught. Somehow Wiggins gets behind 3 defenders, and it was off to the races from there. What a throw from Courtney Coleman. First and goal at the 2. What a way to start the game for the brand new Hyenas. Handoff to Black. That is a high. Well, no, he didn't get in. Tolbert saved the touchdown. I was just about to come unglued. Colbert doing a nice job of giving Louisville a chance once again. What a throw. I thought for sure that was either going to be knocked down or picked off. An incredibly risky pass from Coleman. The risk pays off. 3 in the backfield now. D.R. Sim from Baltimore is at the bottom of the screen, and Coleman will oh boy, Rick O'Reilly all over him. A 3-yard loss. Coleman was going to hand it off, but O'Reilly blows him up in the backfield, and Andre Khrushchev was there to clean up the mess. Janitor style. 3rd and goal from the 3. 2 minutes in, but Louisville, big goal line stand here. 3 in the backfield. They'll try it one more time with Black around the left side, and Darnell Black is in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Took 2 minutes and 5 seconds, but Black has his first career touchdown, and the Hyenas off to the fast start. And the extra point for the Hyenas is good. Wow. Skeletor P. Funk did not often enter the field trailing a game last year. That's how he's going to start this one off. Woo, let's catch our breath, huh? After waiting forever for touchdowns in the NFL today, Houston supplies us with our first 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the ball game. From the 11-yard line, Louisville on the return, up past the 30 to about the 30.5-yard line. Skeletor B-Funk, in a word, outstanding last year. A 130.6 rating, 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2,692 yards. He was outstanding. And he's out there for the first time in his second season of the SFL. Under center with Overstreet, the lone man in the backfield out of a 4-wide receiver set. They toss it out to Overstreet right side, and that is a loss of 1 yard. Excellent tackle by Alonzo Hamilton. It's 2nd and long. Other action tonight, Oklahoma City hosting Santa Fe. Orlando travels to Carolina. We'll have updates on that game throughout the night. Stay tuned here on SFLN1. 2nd and 11 at the 30. 2 in the backfield. Funk back to pass. Funk fires it right side. Complete. 1st and 10 to the 48. And that is the first catch of the year for Lawrence Kirkland, who got a nice pay bump this offseason. Kirkland a bit outshined by Blaylock last year, just by a few. Had trouble reaching the end zone, just 2 touchdowns, but was a possession man, averaged 14.7 yards per catch in the open field between the 20s. 1st and 10 at the 48. Trips to the left side. Funk swings it out. That's Kirkland again, and Kirkland breaks away from 1 and then gets whacked by Kanye Rockefeller. Pickup of 3 will bring up 2nd down and 7. Rockefeller was taken first in the expansion draft. 6'3", 232, big free safety. He makes a lot of noise back there. 2nd down and 7 makes his first tackle of the night. 7:28 to go in the first quarter. Houston up 7-0 early on. Handoff Overstreet straight up the gut for the first time tonight. That's a first down to the 40. Pickup of about 9 yards, and David Overstreet, a much better second carry than his first.
First and 10.
First down and 10 at the Hyena 40. Out of the eye for Funk. Kirkland to the bottom of the screen. Hand off to Overstreet once more, and Overstreet is doubled up. 4-yard pickup as he pushes the pile forward. DJ Majesty and company combined for the stop. Second down, 6 at the 36-yard line. So Louisville moving the ball quite well on their opening possession. Houston started fast with a long pass to Brad Wiggins, the tight end, who eventually was caught by the Wolfpack defense. Darnell Black punched it in on 3rd and goal. Out of the eye for Louisville. 7 in the box for Houston, showing a blitz. And they come with it up the middle. Funk nearly sacked. That pass is knocked away and incomplete. 3rd down and 6. Nice job by Houston there on the blitz up inside. Aaron Payne on the coverage. 3rd down. Third down at 6 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, split backs for Funk. Blaylock's been quiet on the opening drive. Funk has a lot of time, fires into traffic, throws a pick at the 28-yard line. Only threw 3 of those all year. Funk threw it right to the Hyena defender, and Houston takes over. And that may be the biggest surprise all night. Looking for D.D. Ritter. And Houston comes up with a big play and off to an extremely fast start here. Holy moly. DR Sim, bottom of the screen, 3 backs in the backfield. Coleman hands it off to Black. Black breaks a tackle. Black with a stiff arm. There he goes! Black! You gotta be kidding me! 72 yards! Touchdown, Houston! Stop it! Black breaks off the initial tackle and then embarrasses Ezekiel Freeman at free safety. Houston could not have asked for a better start. And Louisville has got to be scratching their heads a bit, wondering what in the world has this team been building this offseason. Extra point, good. 14-0. 4:54, I should say, into the game. 4:57. Math getting worked in the first quarter. What a run from Black. First play following a Funk interception. Again, Funk just threw 3 interceptions all of last year. Has 1 on his opening drive from the 10. Louisville on the return. Interesting thing about the Wolfpack, they lost the season opener last year in blowout fashion to the New York Knights, 45-13. But then rattled off 7 straight before David Overstreet got hurt in the fourth quarter against the Dragons and the game got away from Louisville.
1st and 10.
There's a look at Rockefeller, and Louisville trying to make sure the same thing doesn't happen 6 months later. Back to pass, Funk. Check down Overstreet. Nobody on him. Overstreet in the open field picks up 5. Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Clock a ticking. We're catching our breath here as Houston has gotten 2 touchdowns from Darnell Black and an interception from their defense in the opening 6 minutes of the ball game. 3 wide receivers. A.J. Blaylock still without a catch, as is Ritter. Funk flips it outside. Overstreet got some space. Pass a little off, but Overstreet picks up the 1st down, and Majesty makes sure he remembers he's on the field. Spins him out of bounds at the 40. Moves the chains for Louisville. Get our first close-up look at Majesty tonight. That's a nice tackle. Overstreet could have kept going there. if he doesn't make the wrap-up.
1st and 10 from 41-yard line.
Plenty of time left. Louisville's just got to gather themselves. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Funk back to pass, flips it over the middle. That pass is caught by Kirkland for a 3-yard gain. Modest gain over the middle. So on this offensive side of the ball, it's Funk, Overstreet, Blaylock, Kirkland are the receivers. D.D. Ritter is the tight end. On this Houston defense, Aaron Arrington at corner, Dwayne Blackwell, strong safety. Linebackers are Alonzo Hamilton, DJ Majesty, corner Aaron Payne, and free safety Kanye Rockefeller, 2nd and 7. Funk back to pass. Funk looking around, zips it left side and nearly taken away. Again, looking for Ritter. Houston all over it. And after we get a look at Blackwell, we're going to send to the studio. Jamie Walsh has a game break for us. Nice play by Dwayne. Jamie, what you got?
Santa Fe is at Oklahoma City for the first time. So far, Pete Bruschi is not being a gracious host. Down 6-0, Bruschi breaks a tackle, sheds Dolan and is gone. 55 yards to pay dirt. Renegades take the lead 7-6 midway through the second. Back to you, Cam.
Thanks a lot, Jamie. And you can't let Pete Bruschi out of his home. Bruschi, one of the best deep threat runners in the league, as the Renegades have taken an early lead on the runners-up from last year. 3rd down and 7 for Funk, trying to convert. Deep shot, left side, passes picked off again! Looking for Kirkland, Aaron Arrington snags it away. And Funk has 2 picks in the first quarter. Unbelievable. I mean, are you kidding me? Funk was phenomenal last year in a sophomore slump here early. Louisville's got to contain Darnell Black in this offense. They got to get off the field. Coleman back to pass over the middle. That pass is complete to Burgeons, a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. Man, if I would have told you that in the opening 7 minutes we would have
2nd and 3 from 36 yards.
2 interceptions by Skeletor P. Funk, I would have called you nuts. Against the expansion Hyenas, Coleman calling out a change. DR Sim quiet here in the first quarter, but when you got Darnell Black, it's easy to be quiet. 10, touchdown, 20, Houston. Not easy for the crowd, though. Oh, man. I am stunned. Just stunned in the booth. And the Houston fans are going out of their minds right now. Well, the plus for Louisville is they still have plenty of time left. Goodness gracious. Darnell Black scores on the first play of the previous drive, the second play of this drive. News 101, not usually in our league. Running backs, it's challenging to hit 200. It's really challenging to hit 300. And defenses usually do a pretty good job of keeping these guys as in check as they can. Louisville right now has just been hit in the face with a board with nails in it. Goodness gracious.
First and 10.
First down and 10 at the 28. Louisville's got to calm down and figure this thing out. Funk off to a horrible start. Handoff Overstreet, left side. There goes Overstreet in the open field. Out past the 50, past the 40. Overstreet on the first play of this drive. Louisville touchdown. This is going to be one crazy game tonight, folks. David Overstreet says it's time to get these fans to sit back down. I rushed for 1,548 yards last season. And don't you think we're just going to lie down and quit?
Number 19 is back for the point after. Bear on the hold.
So the left-footed kicker will try to make it a 14-point game. An absolutely insane run and touchdown for Overstreet. The extra point is good. Louisville 7, Houston 21. And in this game tonight, the two running backs have put on a show. Thursday night, it was Dwayne Lane stealing the headlines, but most of the other star running backs were contained pretty nicely. Snowden had a above average night, but Snyder struggled to produce. It was tough on Nick Hardcastle. Chris Davis and Keanu Tuiasosopo were held to under 100 yards. Black and Overstreet have started the running party. First and 10 for Houston at the 29.
First and 10 from 30 yards.
Empty backfield now, so Black not going to get a carry on this one. Coleman out of the backfield, back to pass, and he flips it out short. That is caught. A 3-yard pickup to the outside for Josh Fed. That's our first look at Fed this evening. 21-7. Hyenas on top of the Wolfpack. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have our final two games of week number 1 on SFLN 1. Along with me is the Battle of New York. The NYC Sailors take on Parkey Chol, last year's MVP, and the Queen City Corsairs. On SFLN 2, it's Minneapolis and Sioux Falls in a divisional battle. Black's got a lot of room to the outside. First down. Freeman makes the tackle at the 43. So don't miss out tomorrow night on the Simulation Football League Network. And Thursday night in the spotlight, we've got a new, or rejuvenated, I should say, Southwest rivalry as the Oklahoma City Renegades will be taking on the Dallas Law. Nick Hardcastle will try to steal Brewski's spotlight in both teams' first big televised game of the year. Offside for Louisville, free play, nearly turned into an interception going the other way. It'll be 1st and 5. First penalty of the night. Grimes knocks the pass away, intended for Burgeon. Sim still very quiet.
Number 98, defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
How are all the feeds out there, folks? Everything running smoothly for you?
First and 5. Ball at the
2:44 to go. Black 150 yards on his first 6 carries. Dwayne Lane is the top runner so far in week 1. Hand off to Black here, and Black is going to be wrapped up by Rick O'Reilly for the first time tonight. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 3.
Second and 3. from 50-yard line.
Good to hear, guys. Second down, 3 yards to go at midfield. 21-7 Houston. Darnell Black with 3 first-quarter touchdowns. Hand off to Black around the right side, and Grimes wraps him up. Third down and 2, and really this is the first time Houston's faced any sort of adversity. Their first third down of the first quarter, as Louisville's defense is trying to get off the field.
3rd and 2 from 49-yard line.
Third down, 2 backs in the backfield, or I'm sorry, 2 receivers out to the top of the screen, and Coleman flips it out to Black. Black's got a first down. That's the 45 to the 43-yard line. So the first third down for Houston tonight, no problem. And the Hyenas move the chains, and Louisville's defense still has to stay out there. Wiggins with that monster catch. Press coverage here from the Wolfpack. 1st and 10 to the 43. Back to pass, Coleman. Coleman looking around. O'Reilly got blocked well. That pass is knocked away. Looking deep down the field, and O'Reilly has been blocked well tonight so far. Second down, 10 to the 43.
2nd and 10.
Man, can't believe we're still in the first quarter here. And out of control first quarter. Darnell Black just bursting onto the scene here tonight. DR Sims still without a catch in the first quarter. They hand it off to Black, and Black's got blockers. That's a first down and more to the 25, an 18-yard pickup. 171 yards on 9 carries. Louisville has no answer. Oklahoma City up on Santa Fe at the half. How about that? A stunner right now in the Midwest. 1st and 10 of the 25. Out of the eye, Coleman. Back to pass, dumps it off, caught, turn in the corner. That's another first down. Brad Wiggins to the 14. Louisville just can't stop anything in this first quarter. Wiggins' second catch. The defense of Ezekiel Freeman at free safety, Lester Grimes at corner, Andre Khrushchev at linebacker, H.J. Latchon, Rick O'Reilly at defensive tackle, and Luscious Sanders at corner, Aaron Tolbert also a strong safety. They are just getting rocked right now. Coleman to the end zone. That is off the hands of Fed and incomplete. And Fed nearly gave Houston the best first quarter of any SFL team here in opening week. 2nd and 10 of the 14 with 4 seconds to go. Louisville in desperate need of some type of stop. We're in the backfield again for Houston. Hand off to Black, and he's smacked down. That is the end of the first quarter. Louisville scratching their heads, maybe just starting to figure it out. This is the SFL Network.
Let's go.
3rd down, 13. This is the longest 3rd down attempt of the night for Houston. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers, 4 down linemen, including O'Reilly and Latshaw. Back to pass, deep, and Black is thrown down. First sack of the night for Rick O'Reilly. Finally got some pressure, and that's what Louisville can do so well. When you get in 3rd and long situations, O'Reilly and Latshaw can wreak some havoc. O'Reilly last year, 2nd in the league with 10 sacks. And Houston, for the first time tonight, will have to kick a field goal.
26 yards.
A 43-yard field goal from the left hash, right-footed kicker. And the 43-yard kick nearly blocked, and for Houston, that kick is good. Fun fact at home for you, we've not had a missed field goal in the SFL so far this season. And that's rare. Todd Jones punches this one through for Houston, 24-7. But finally, Louisville with just a little bit of defensive momentum.
Are set for the kickoff. Number 1, back to receive.
This Houston defense has forced 2 interceptions out of Skeletor P-Funk and a penalty marker down. This may be the second flag of the first half on Louisville. Just can't get much going right now.
Holding, number 17, receiving team.
So a hold back to the 20 for Louisville. Really surprised at the lack of production so far out of Blaylock. 62 catches last year.
1st and 10 from 20 yards.
Averaged about 8 a game. Has been quiet. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Funk with 3 receivers. Funk back to pass against the blitz. Sidearm throw into traffic, and that pass is bobbled around and incomplete. Skeletor P-Funk is really forcing some balls downfield, and Majesty has his hands in coverage again. Initially off the hands of Dwayne Blackwell, who has now defended 2 passes here in the first half. 10-13 to go in the second quarter, 24-7. Out of the eye, Kirkland bottom of the screen. Defended by Arrington. And the handoff goes to Overstreet up the gut, and Overstreet picks up 4 to make it a more manageable third down. 6. 168 yards for Black. Both running backs over 16 yards a carry. I can't imagine that will continue.
3rd and 6 from 24 yards.
3rd down, 6. Trips, back to pass. Funk swings it outside. That is not enough for the first down. That's Ritter's first catch, but it's only for 1 yard, and it's rare to see Louisville make a mistake like that, and Houston's defense gets off the field for the 3rd time in their last 4 possessions. Louisville has got to figure out how to contain Darnell Black and the Houston offense and force Courtney Coleman into a mistake. Coleman has been red hot. High snap. Houston came for the block, nearly got it. Good kick to the 40, and not a lot of room whatsoever to return for Virgins, and it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for Houston. Getting reports in the chat, Oklahoma City has scored again. They lead Santa Fe 14-6 in the 3rd quarter. How about that? Out of the shotgun for Coleman. Empty backfield here and a lot on the line here for Louisville. Back to pass. Coleman is in trouble and he's sacked again. That's O'Reilly, a loss of 5. Back-to-back plays with O'Reilly sacks.
5 on the play.
And Coleman is really getting pressured.
2nd and 15. Ball at the 37-yard.
2nd down, 15. Again, empty backfield here. Surprised that Houston back-to-back plays has come out with an empty backfield without Black on the field. Coleman is in trouble again, and O'Reilly sacks him. 3, well, they didn't credit him with that last sack. Maybe they gave him a half a sack, but 4 tackles, 2.5 sacks for Rick O'Reilly. And it's all been on the last about 3 plays, and Houston has forced themselves into a 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22 from 30-yard line.
O'Reilly starting to wreak havoc back there in the backfield, and Louisville cannot afford to let Houston out of this hole. And a deep ball from Coleman is caught again! Wiggins, the tight end, is playing some inspired football, and on 3rd down and 22, Houston's got a 1st down. Again, another risky pass, and somehow Ezekiel Freeman does not come up with a football, and Freeman is having a really poor first half. Brad Wiggins, a deep threat at tight end, unbelievable. Coleman out of the eye. Back to pass, 3-step drop. Coleman looking for a crosser. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for DR Sim. Blanket coverage by Luscious Sanders. And Louisville is going the other way. First mistake of the night for Courtney Coleman, and the Wolfpackers starting to settle down. Sanders was step for step on DR Sim, and that's why we haven't heard Sim's name tonight. Sanders last year, 7 tackles for loss as a corner, 3 picks, which led the team, and 7 tackles for loss. And 39 tackles. 1st and 10 at the 39. First turnover of the night for Houston, still protecting a 24-7 lead. Funk back to pass, flips it outside. That pass is off the hands. The intended receiver, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 39. Coming up on the SFL halftime show, we'll have first half stats of this game. We'll also show you all the highlights if you missed any of the action from Thursday night. It's all coming up here on the Simulation Football League halftime report. 7:42 to go in the first half. Louisville trying to dig into a once 21-0 deficit. Funk over the middle. That pass is complete. That's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Blaylock still without a catch. The only star on the team still without one. Overstreet has been quiet on this drive as they've let Funk try to get in a rhythm. Big 3rd down here for Louisville, trying to keep just any sort of momentum on their side. Funk's going to throw it, and that pass is knocked away. That was blanket coverage. Funk forces one in there. And Aaron Payne in on the stop. So Louisville will have to punt. But a 17-point deficit for the Wolfpack is not insurmountable. Oh my goodness, they're keeping the offense off on the field. Could they actually be going for this? Houston's got to stay disciplined. They will. Louisville trying to outsmart Houston, but it's not working here in the first half. They burn a timeout and they'll punt it away. We've seen teams jump offside, so you can't fault the Wolfpack for trying to make something happen and get Houston into their own head here midway through the 2nd quarter, but it doesn't happen there. So Louisville will kick it away. Houston gave Black a rest on that last drive, and we saw how it ended up from the 13-yard line. Nice return for Burgeons out to the 21. 7:03 to go in the first half. Hyenas still protecting a 24-7 lead. The lone team to play in the West before tonight was Dallas. They lost 50-31 to Tallahassee. Santa Fe and Oklahoma City playing a divisional game on SFLN2. For Louisville, Orlando and Carolina are also playing now. And Tallahassee beat Dallas Thursday. Back to pass, Coleman. Coleman checked down, dropped. When you say Butterfingers, And that was Black. That's his first bad play of the night. 2nd and 10. Hyena's still in good shape.
2nd and 10 from 21 yards.
Houston, a much better debut than the Dallas Law. But Dallas, 11 games to figure it out, just like everybody else. Coleman under center, hands it off to Black. Black around the left side, there goes Black again, got a block, oh Darnell Black. He's out of here. Houston touchdown. Every time this guy touches the football, it turns to gold. And it's just that 3-back set. Teams struggle with that set. The Louisville Wolfpack sure have struggled with that set all night long. And Louisville's back's really up against the wall now. $30-7. Point for Houston is good. Still plenty of time left, but the Hyenas, an explosive first half, up by 24. It's like deja vu for the Louisville Wolfpack. They lose 45-14 last year in the opener in prime time, and this has not been much better. From the 12, Louisville on the return up past the 32, and that one wasn't Black that time. That was just the blockers, and Louisville had nobody on that side of the field, and all the linemen guessed wrong. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 5 carries for 88 yards for Overstreet, but he hasn't had a lot of chances because Louisville's been playing catch-up all night long. Monk's going to hand it off to him on a stretch left side. There goes Overstreet, picks up 8 to the 40. Rockefeller and Hamilton combined for the stop.
Number 52 with the tackle.
6.5 to go. Orlando has climbed back in it. 14-14 ball game against Carolina. 2nd and 2. At the 40 for the Wolfpack. Back to pass, Funk fires outside, tipped away. Payne again, 3rd down and 2. Louisville threw on a 3rd and 2 on their last possession and couldn't pick it up. I'd give it to the big fella here. Heck of a job by this Houston secondary. They look fantastic. They have held Skeletor Funk in check like we have not seen. 3rd and 2, they hand it off to Overstreet, left side. He's got the first down. Nice seal by the line to the 47-yard line, and Louisville stays on the field. Louisville just needs a productive drive here. Their best defense has been their offense staying on the field.
Let's go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Funk, back to pass, flips it outside, caught by Blaylock. That's a 7-yard pickup. Funk just 52 yards and 2 picks here in the first half. Coleman has been helped by a couple of fantastic snags by Brad Wiggins. 371, I do believe, is the rushing record. Black certainly has had a first half worthy of breaking it in the second. Overstreet only 1 yard on the pickup. Tackle made by Blackwell. Blackwell's had a stellar first half. Also came from Baltimore in that trade that sent DR Sim here. Of course, Elijah Bishop had a phenomenal Thursday night. Third down and 3 out of the gun for Funk. 6 in the box for Houston. Funk back to pass, swings it outside. That's out of bounds and incomplete. And Skeletor P. Funk has not converted a third down here in the first half. Louisville really struggling, and they'll have to punt it away. All kinds of time for Black to break loose once again.
Back to punt. Number 88 is deep to receive.
Oh yeah, punter. I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
Kick is away, it will bounce inside the 10 and roll down to the 2, down to the 1-yard line. What a punt from Azuma, and Houston will be backed up deep in their own territory. Safety could be the spark the Wolfpack needed. With 4:33 to go in the first half.
From 2-yard line.
Louisville better watch out. They have had problems dealing with this lineup all night long. Coleman will hand it off to Black right side. Oh, Black is out of a cannon again. You can just see it. The record slipping away from the record books. Houston, at least on this night, has been dominant. Teams have got to stay away, especially against a 3-back set. When that line shifts, it gets ugly. And this one may be too far gone for the Louisville Wolfpack. Extra point for Houston is good. 38-7. This one's rough. What's going on in Carolina? Jamie Walsh has an update.
Orlando has a problem. They can't seem to figure out how to tackle Johnny English. Whoops. Oh, he's gone. 69-yard touchdown, his third in the first half. Skyhawks regained the advantage over Orlando late in the second quarter, 21-14. Now, let's send it back to Houston.
Are set for the kickoff. Deep to receive.
4:19 to go in the first half. A wild one in Carolina as the Skyhawks have built a 7-point halftime advantage. It's been all Hyenas tonight. 38-7 in just a really puzzling game. We've never seen Skeletor Funk struggle like he's struggling tonight. And Darnell Black's going to get a lot of credit in this game, as is the offensive line. But this Houston secondary has been equally as impressive.
28-yard.
Out of the eye, Funk back to pass, and Funk flings it into triple coverage, and that pass is incomplete. It's just nobody open for Funk right now. And it's not helping Louisville at all.
Right. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line.
4:13 to go in the second. Down 31. A disastrous first half for Louisville. Funk back to pass again, down the middle, pass caught by Ritter. That's a 7-yard pickup, but the problem for Louisville has been converting these 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3 situations. You want to have those 3rd and shorts if you're going to have 3rd downs at all, but Funk just can't seem to find the open man. I don't know what Kirkland's yawning about. 3rd down and 3. Funk, all kinds of time, but look at that, just coverage galore. Another 3 and out for Louisville. Wolfpack will punt it away, doing their best to give us a snooze of a second half. Something has to turn around at some point for Louisville. From the 28, big hit on Burgess, down at the 29-yard line. First and 10 at the 29-yard line. We're officially on record watch with Darnell Black out of the eye. Coleman is going to pass, and Coleman's got nowhere to go, and he's sacked again. Rick O'Reilly has 3.5 sacks tonight. He had 10 all of last year. And that has been the only bright spot for Louisville tonight. They've done a pretty good job. I mean, a couple of, and that's what really set the tone for Houston. A couple of Brad Wiggins, just phenomenal catches in coverage, set the tone in this game. But otherwise, a very quiet night for Coleman and the Houston passing attack. Sims still does not have a catch, 2nd and 16. Back to pass, Coleman. And Coleman looks left side, and Sim with a beautiful grab. Sanders wrestles him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's 3rd and 3.
Third and 2. Ball at the 37-yard line.
So Sim gets his first catch as a hyena out of the eye. For Houston back to pass. Coleman slant. Beautiful catch. Grimes wrestles Fed to the ground, but Josh Fed with the sure hands gets his 2nd grab of the evening, and Houston's drive continues up to the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 from 46 yards.
Three in the backfield. Here it is again. And Black picks up 9.5. 3. Oh my goodness. Did you see that number? 355 yards.
2nd and inches.
Louisville should be embarrassed. Darnell Black. I can't even believe that.
2nd and inches from 44 yards.
2nd down and inches at the 44. Black takes the handoff, picks up the 1st down. Oh, Black's now breaking tackles, picks up 15. He needs 5 for the record, and we're still in the first half.
16 yards on the play.
And that's going to be the storyline of the night. People are going to be talking about it. First down and 10 at the 29-yard line, and the handoff to Black. He's going to lose 3. So now he's 8 away from the record.
with the tackle. Loss of 3 on the play. Second and 12.
This ain't a good day to run the ball.
Second down, 13. Hand off to Black. Black picks up 3. Going to be 3rd and 10, and Houston burns a timeout.
2 yards on the play. Number 91 with the tackle. Third and 10 from 29 yards.
Everyone has to remember and keep in perspective that it is week 1.
We gotta stop the run.
Plenty of adjustments to be made. Louisville, for the 2nd straight year, not liking what they're seeing tonight. Black has the record. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Hand off to Black, lost a yard. And they hand it off again, and that's the problem with a formation like that. You end up putting yourself in a difficult situation in 2-minute offense. Of course, tonight it doesn't much matter. But we've seen the positives and negatives of that 3-back set. With the right defense out there, it's not worth a darn. Third down and 12, formation still out there, and they hand it off to Black, and Black gets smacked. Houston burns their last time out, and they'll have to kick the field goal. Went to the well one too many times. Sanders on the tackle, so Houston will go for 41 here in the first half.
Number 3 will come into a attempted field goal from the 18-yard line. Number 13 will hold the kick.
34-yard field goal here for Houston to go up 41-7. Halftime report coming up next. Don't go away. And a 34-yard field goal for Houston is good, and it is 41-7. And if I was Houston, I would just take this to the locker room and figure out how in the world to make by far the biggest comeback in league history. The biggest comeback in league history, it's 20. It stood for a couple of seasons back when Kahlua was still in the lead, or the league. The Wyverns came back against the Rollers on the road, at one point down 20 in that ball game. And Louisville returns it to the 29-yard line. First down for the Wolfpack. We'll see what they do with 2 timeouts.
First and 10 from 30-yard line.
Out of the eye here. Louisville likely to just run this out. Overstreet takes the handoff, breaks off a, tackle by the ankles. 2nd and 4. Clock still ticking. Hand off to Overstreet again. Got a first down to 4-3, and Louisville will burn a timeout and maybe stick the Hail Mary team out there and see if they can get a touchdown here before the end of the half. Well, Houston lived up to the hype in the first half. Louisville, they probably won't see the spotlight in week 1 again. Have their week 1 troubles, do they? So 4 receivers all to the bottom of the formation for Funk. And Funk's got all kinds of time to throw. Got hit as he threw. That took some air off the pass. That pass is incomplete. Nearly caught by Blaylock. And that is the end of a miserable first half for the Houston Hyenas, or for the Louisville Wolfpack. Excuse me, worst mistake of my career. 41-7, Houston up. The SFL halftime report is right now.
The end of the second quarter.
Baltimore, D.C. Don't you just love when the game of the week lives up to the hype? 6-3 Dragons on top. Richard Snowden breaks free for his first big run of the season late in the first quarter. That's a touchdown. Dazzo's burned. Dragons lead 13-3, and the nation's capital is celebrating. Same score midway through the second. This is the game-changing moment. Dragons had scored 3 straight possessions, but Alexander Brown intercepts Zach Sully at the 5-yard line. And from there, Baltimore swung momentum around. Take a look at this one again. Brown going full vertical, takes it away from Greg Corky. Not a lot of people can do that. Tie game at 16 now in the third. Dazzo, Imperato, beautiful play, wide open over the middle. And Baltimore has finally taken their first lead of the game, 23-16. Late in the game, Baltimore going to seal it. Elijah Bishop, he was incredible all night long. That was his 10th and final catch of the night. Baltimore wins 26-23. Tallahassee, Dallas. You know, Mick Hardcastle got all the hype. Welcome Dwayne Lane into the storyline. That was his second touchdown of the first quarter. Tallahassee would go up 21-0 on the expansion Dallas Law. Dallas would close the gap, down 21-7 here. West looking for Logan. It goes off his back, and Gavin Hawk picks it off. And there he goes. Shot out of a cannon, 30-20, he gone. And Dallas has nearly erased their deficit, 21-14, still late in the first quarter. 24-17 now when Dwayne Lane goes untouched like a husband who forgot to do the dishes. That's his third touchdown of the day, and Tallahassee would go up 31-17 before the end of the first half. Lane enjoying himself late in the ball game. Tallahassee all over it. West Logan, that's his first touchdown. Tallahassee puts up 50. They win 50-31. Dallas 0-1. Cleveland and San Francisco from beautiful California. The Vipers scored on their first 2 possessions. They would not score on their third. Right, picked off by the big fella. And look at him go. Inside the 10, down to the 4-yard line. Tuiasosopo would punch it in 2 plays later. It's still 14-7, late third quarter. San Francisco punting it away here. Cleveland on the return. Trouble is coming. That's a fumble, and that's a San Francisco recovery. The second turnover by the Vipers on their own side of the field in this game sets up the Bulldogs pretty. Very next play, Dwayne Drew, Donald Miller, touchdown San Francisco. We're tied just like that at 14. San Francisco would tack on a field goal to take the lead, but Chris Davis and the Vipers bounce right back with a big touchdown. 8 minutes to go, they take the lead 21-17. It was Davis's second touchdown of the day. He finished with nearly 100 yards. Cleveland punts it away. Last gasp for San Francisco. They have no timeouts, returning for the 29, and the Bulldogs caught the game away with a fumble on their punt return. Cleveland holds on 21-17. But look at your halftime numbers of a 41-7 blowout. Rick O'Reilly, the only bright spot for Louisville, 5 tackles, 3.5 sacks. Houston has already totaled 522 yards of offense in one half. Darnell Black has all 5 Houston touchdowns, and it hasn't been close all night long. I can't possibly imagine how many records Houston may or may not break tonight. They lead by 34 at the break. The second half is on its way after we get another game break from Jamie Walsh in the SFL studios. Jamie, what you got for us?
Orlando is making some offense happen in the third quarter. Connor Pyatt to Nathan Chambers. The connection has been strong all day. An 18-yard touchdown. The Chambers step out at the 1. The refs missed it. 24-21. Skyhawks in a good one. Back to you, Cam.
The score is now 7-41.
Start of the third quarter, 41-7. Houston on top of Louisville. Good news for the Wolfpack. They get the ball to start the second half. From the 7. Louisville on the return up to the 23.
A return of 16 yards on the play. Ball will be placed around the 24-yard line.
So Louisville, where do you go from here? First and 10 at the 23. And a whole lot of points to catch up on. Houston breaking all sorts of first half records as Overstreet takes the handoff and gets 1. And this is a big shocker. Not only that is Blackwell again on another play, not only that it's an expansion team that breaks those records in one half of play, but that it came against a team that was lethal last season. And Houston's defense, dang good too. 2nd and 9 at the 24. Funk back to pass. Funk fires it short to Blaylock. That's out of bounds. Louisville just all kinds of messed up tonight. And you never know when a game like this is going to come back to haunt you. Point differential is a tiebreaker utilized often in the SFL, and taking a 34-point loss is never good. Louisville next week plays Tallahassee, so they're going to have to figure out how to stop the run quick, or they're going to be 0-2. 3rd and 9, they toss it to Overstreet, and he got a first down and a whole lot more to the 48-yard line. And hey, if Skeletor P. Funk is not doing the job, you might as well let Overstreet have a shot at it. Pickup of 24, and Louisville moves the chains. They run that toss, that short toss to the outside successfully. Majesty couldn't wrap him up. Rockefeller cleans up the end of the play. And we'll see if Louisville has anything in the tank here in the third quarter to at least make something interesting out of this one. First down and 10 at the 48-yard line. 3 receivers, top of the formation for Funk. Handoff to Overstreet up the middle, and he is hit almost immediately. Just a 2-yard pickup. Alonzo Hamilton with his 4th tackle of the night. 1 in the backfield. 2nd and 8 from the 50. So the Pride were the first team this season to reach the 50-point mark. Houston becomes the second team to reach the 40-point mark here in week 1. We've seen some low scores across the league. 2nd and 8 at the 50. Funk back to pass. Flings it deep. Got a man wide open. That is A.J. Blaylock finally breaking free. And Louisville starts the second half with a touchdown. Blaylock's speed was so dangerous last year, and the separation is really what was missing out of Louisville. A nice double move by Blaylock, and it totally fooled Payne. And Blaylock goes untouched to the end zone, so Louisville could not have started the second half better. And they'll see what their defense has on the first play of the third quarter.
Number 19 is back for the point after. Bear will hold the kick.
Whoa, snap, and Houston just gave up on blocking the extra point. Surprised at that. Kick is good, 41-14. Jamie Walsh has another update. Oklahoma City doing some work tonight.
Santa Fe has had trouble with the Renegades all night. 2:50 left, Wilson picked off by Cam Michael. Wilson's second interception in the second half. Brill is down 11 late in the fourth. Back to you, Cam.
So 9:12 to go in the third, a surprise upset there. So the DC Dragons, who won the championship last year, they lost 26-23 on Thursday. Santa Fe were the runners-up. They lose 23-9 tonight to Oklahoma City. And Louisville was the league's best record in the regular season last year, and they're down by 27 on the road tonight. .908 to go. Can Louisville make anything out of this second half? Darnell Black already has the record. He might as well take a seat. Rick O'Reilly, 3.5 sacks, and he's done his most damage when Houston has been in this empty set. Back to pass Black. Pressure's coming from behind. Black throws it across the field. The pass is off the hands of Fed and picked off. Going the other way is Grimes inside the 30 down to the 25. A major mistake for Black. I thought he went across the line of scrimmage. But Lester Grimes, the rookie, gets his first pick. Fed had 2 chances at it, and Louisville gets a touchdown and an interception to start the third quarter. And Houston is challenging.
The home team.
Wow.
Challenging whether the passer to the ball after crossing
Can you
the line
imagine
of scrimmage.
Houston challenging that their own player made a mistake to avoid a bigger mistake? This was very, very close. Watch the blue line. Black. Wow, I think he's passed. That's a huge blow to Louisville. I think he was past the line of scrimmage. Let's get the call.
After review, it is ruled an illegal forward pass past the line of scrimmage. The offense will be penalized 5 yards from the spot of the pass. The home team will not be charged with a timeout. Second down.
Wow, so Houston takes the penalty, but they avoid what would have been a game-changing interception. Second and 15 instead at the 21, and Louisville just can't catch a break tonight. Split backs in the backfield for Houston, second down and 15. And they hand it off to Black. Look out! Black in the open field again. Some more good blocking. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to become the first running back in league history to rush for 400 yards. And whoever made the 400-yard comment in the chat, we just kind of brushed him off. Well, I have to apologize to you.
From 28-yard line.
Empty backfield, 3rd down and 9. Coleman back to pass, fires over the middle to a wide open receiver. For the first down, that's Brad Wiggins, actually a tight end. Wiggins just keeps being the thorn in Louisville's side, besides the obvious. And instead of Louisville taking over in scoring position, Houston's got a first down at the 39-yard line. Hand off to Black. Black breaks a tackle. Wrestled down from behind by O'Reilly. O'Reilly all over the field. Pickup of 5, but Houston's still on the move.
With the tackle. Second and 4. Ball at the 45-yard line.
Ball at the 44. 3-back set. Hand off Black. Black's in some trouble. No gain. And you see there the adjustment as Sanders made the tackle. Louisville shifts in the right direction against the 3-back set, and it goes for no gain.
3rd and 5.
Louisville just far too much tonight, defended it incorrectly, but have defended it well on the last couple of drives, and it's 3rd down and 5. Again, an empty set here for Houston. Louisville a chance to get off the field. Back to pass Coleman. Coleman looking around all kinds of time, deep down the field. Oh, the defender fell over. DR send to the 11, first down. Unbelievable. Louisville just cannot catch a break. Sim was covered, and then Sanders goes for the pick, but in poor position, falls down, and Tolbert saves the touchdown.
First and 10 from 11-yard line.
Hand off to Black, 1-yard gain. Sim does have one catch,
Number 56, no gain on the play.
but yes, rather quiet as we approach the halfway mark of the third. I don't know what's wrong with Houston. They haven't scored yet in this
Second and
quarter.
9.
41-14. Louisville's had two really good opportunities to get off the field on this drive, and they just cannot figure out how to do it. Out of the eye, Black takes another carry. And Black picks up two more. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Number 28 with the carry.
Freeman and Khrushchev combine on the stop.
Number 23 credited with the tackle.
Coleman,
3rd and 7.
decent night,
from
200
8-yard.
yards now on the evening thanks to Sim's big catch. 3rd down and 7. 3-down lineman, back to pass. Coleman, deep drop back. Coleman's in some trouble, and he goes down. Coleman sacked, but an interception by Lester Grimes called back because Black was beyond the line of scrimmage, or Coleman, was beyond the line of scrimmage. Ends up costing Louisville 3 points in the end.
Number 3,
And Houston will try to extend their lead to 30.
Number 13 will hold the kick.
Houston's got some protection issues they'll have to shore up before next week. 33-yard field goal for the Hyenas. That's good. 44-14.
Are set for the kickoff. Number 1 back for the return.
5:03 to go in the third. From the 6, Louisville on the return, and a pretty good one up to the 30 again.
Ball will be placed on the 30-yard line.
First down for the Wolfpack, down 30. Have chipped away somewhat in the third, but that was a costly or a good challenge by Houston, saying that their own quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage. Deep ball from Funk. That pass is caught in double coverage. And these are the passes that were not being caught by Louisville in the first half. Kirkland now with 54 yards on 4 grabs, and Louisville back in Houston territory.
First and 10 from 41-yard line.
4:40 to go, third quarter. Out of the eye for Louisville. Hand off to Overstreet. Got some space, and Overstreet picks up a solid 8 yards.
144 with the carry. A pickup of 8 yards on the play. Number 4 with the tackle.
You never know what can happen in the SFL, but this would be
Second and
a
1.
dramatic comeback for the Wolfpack. Easily the largest in league history. Coming up tomorrow night, the Battle of New York, as last year's MVP Park Hee-Chol and the Queen City Corsairs take on NYKia's NYC Sailors in the spotlight game. Minneapolis and Sioux Falls on SFLN2, and that will wrap up week number 1 in the spotlight Thursday night. A Southwest Shootout reborn. The Dallas Law and the 1-0 Oklahoma City Renegades beating the Santa Fe Gorillas tonight 23-9. That'll be a fun one Thursday night with Hardcastle and Brewski. First and 10 of the 24. Funk's pass caught. Playlock even stayed in bounds to the 6-yard line. And in the first half, everything was closed for the Wolfpack offense, especially in the passing game. But Funk has found a rhythm here in the third quarter as Blaylock makes a nice grab at the sideline. Hamilton on the tackle.
First and goal. Ball at the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6. Blaylock in the slot. Kirkland to the left. Out of the shotgun is Funk with 3 minutes to go in the third. Funk swings it left side. Pass caught. Oh, Kirkland did not get in. I can't believe it. Louisville, every 50-50 shot at a good play seems to just not be going their way. And a nice tackle on the goal line by Arrington to prevent the touchdown. Second and goal at the goal line here. 2-back set for Funk as Louisville tries to trim the deficit to 3 scores for the first time in a long time. And the handoff goes to Overstreet, and he'll walk in the end zone. So think about this. Since Houston took a 21-0 lead, Louisville and Houston have played step for step. Just a really bad start for the Wolfpack. And a long way still to go, but Louisville has cut it to 3 scores. We're still in the third quarter.
There on the hold.
Extra point for the Wolfpack, nearly blocked again, but that kick is good.
The extra point is good.
Houston 44, Louisville 21 as the Wolfpack have found their offense. Back-to-back touchdown drives here in the third quarter.
To kick off. Number 88 back to receive.
Still time left in this one as Louisville kicks it away. They have to continue to shut down Darnell Black from the 11-yard line. Burgeon's on the return up to the 29. 2:26 to go in the quarter. Ramos, it's drop 20, add 20 on either side of the ball. First and 10 at the 29. Don't forget, on the postgame show, we'll have full highlights of all of the other 2 games tonight, and we'll break down each box score. Darnell Black thrown down in the backfield. That's a loss of 1. Black is still not over 400 yards as he's been contained pretty well here in the third quarter. Still a ridiculous evening, but it's second down and 11 for Houston at the 28.
Second and 11 from 28-yard line.
Empty set here for Houston. They've gone to that a lot tonight. Limited success. Back to pass. Coleman. Blitz from the right side. Coleman's in trouble. Wobbly passes out of bounds. Coleman just able to throw that away as O'Reilly was bearing down on the Hyena quarterback, and it's 3rd and 11.
Third and 11.
Louisville looking for a big stop here. 3 receivers, 2 to the left side. Coleman out of the shotgun, 6 in the box for the Wolfpack. Back to pass. Coleman looking around, pass caught, broken tackle. That's Wiggins, but he is short of the first down. And the Houston Hyenas will have to punt the ball away.
Back to punt. Number 1 is deep to receive.
Interesting development here in the third quarter. 4th down and 4. Hyenas a rare punt tonight.
Oh yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine.
Louisville on the return from the 26-yard line. Up to the 30. 1:07 to go in the third quarter.
5 on the play.
And Funk and company back to work.
31-yard.
Apparently still locked up in Carolina, between Orlando and Carolina. That's been an exciting game tonight. First and 10 at the 30. James Klein, Shan Varner, Andy Hamilton looking for their first win. Funk back to pass deep down the middle. That pass complete to Kirkland at the Houston 48-yard line. Skeletor Funk has opened it up, and another big play in the passing game for Louisville. Tackle made by Blackwell. Wolfpack could not have asked for a better quarter, although they could have asked for Lester Grimes' interception to stand. Blaylock top of the screen, Kirkland below. 40 seconds to go in the third. Overstreet lone man in the backfield, Funk back to pass. And Funk fires it short. Passed off by Blaylock, he picks up 6. Time is ticking away in the third, but Louisville clearly has themselves back together. 2 receivers top of the screen, Overstreet in the backfield, likely the final play of the third quarter. 2nd and 4, Funk back to pass. Funk's in some trouble, takes off and runs, and Funk got the first down. That's the end of the third. Louisville driving. This is the SFL Network. Start of the fourth quarter. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. SFL Network, the expansion Houston Hyenas built a monstrous lead and broke first-half records for offense, but it's been a struggle in the second half. That pass is caught by Kirkland, first down to the 13. Kirkland now 106 yards. Skeletor P. Funk looks like the man that had just 3 interceptions last year and 2,692 passing yards. He has been on the money all over the field here in the second half. Overstreet in the backfield, been quiet on the drive, back to pass. Funk, deep drop back, fires middle. Oh, it's picked off by Alonzo Hamilton. Skeletor Funk had 3 interceptions. Last year, he's got 3 in this game, and that may have brought the comeback to a close. He just didn't see Hamilton sitting back there in the middle between 2 receivers, and Houston takes over. Out of the eye for Houston. And Coleman again against the blitz. Oh, that's dropped a home. Louisville missed a major opportunity. That's the second time Fed has dropped a ball tonight, and Freeman's struggles continue. Had a chance at an interception, and it falls off his hands. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 16.
Look at Brad Wiggins' night at tight end. 126 yards on 5 grabs. Again, Louisville adjusts and shifts. And holds well. Darnell Black still did get the first down. And finally, Black becomes the first SFL running back to rush for an astounding, ridiculous, unsimmed 400 yards rushing. Old school, hit you in the mouth. Louisville just poor game plan in the first half.
1st and 10 from 27 yards.
10 minutes and counting here for Houston. 1st and 10 on the 26. Protecting a 23-point advantage. Handoff Black around the right side. Black is free again, picks up 9. Khrushchev on the tackle. And Black just keeps going to work. 2nd and 1.
Second and inches from 36-yard line.
Out of the eye. Hand off. Oh, Black hurdled a defender. Oh, he fumbled it. And it's recovered by Louisville. At the 48-yard line. I think Khrushchev got on top of it. Let's take a look here. Black, a fantastic job to get over O'Reilly. Tried to spin. Grimes forced the fumble. And it eventually was recovered, by, I believe, by a defensive lineman. And Louisville takes over with 9:19 to go. Congrats to the Carolina Skyhawks. They get their first win as an organization in walk-off fashion. We'll have all the highlights on the post-game show coming up. Funk back to pass over the middle. Ritter with the catch. Nearly got the first down. Hamilton with his 9th tackle.
Second and inches. Ball at the 38-yard line.
8:55 and counting. Just shy of the first down, or Funk and the Wolfpack. And they'll toss it out to Overstreet. He's got a first down. Breaks off the tackle and gets to the 25-yard line. Blackwell saved the touchdown. Louisville in business again. And think about what this game would be if Funk had not thrown his 3rd interception. Louisville had scored and then forced the fumble. We'd be talking seriously about a comeback.
10 from 25 yards.
Three receivers to the right side. Funk under center. Back to pass. 5-step drop down the middle of the field. Way overshot Lawrence Kirkland, and that's the first bad pass, second bad pass of the second half for Funk. 2nd and 10. And Louisville can't afford to come away with 3 points here. It's a 3-possession game either way, whether you kick the field goal or not.
2nd and 10.
So it's 4-down territory here for the Wolfpack with 8:14 to go. Back to pass. Funk. Check down. Overstreet. Got a lot of room. And Rockefeller with the sure tackle. Rockefeller's had a bit of a quiet night, but that was a big play there to force a 3rd down and 6. Blaylock, bottom of the screen. 7:46 to go in the 4th. Trying to make it a 2-score game. Funk back to pass. Funk goes left side. That pass knocked away. That was an easy pass defended there for Arrington. Kirkland has been targeted now 12 times, and it's 4-down territory for Louisville unless they feel like the comeback is not happening. Not a good throw there from Funk. Kirkland was well covered. Arrington had it played beautifully. Louisville's going to kick the field goal, and I'm really surprised. I guess it eliminates having to go for 2, and maybe you can win the game with 3 more touchdowns, but Louisville probably being a bit too conservative for their own good. There is still 7:38 left. Louisville's field goal is good. 44-24 now. The Wolfpack have outscored Houston 17-3 in the second half. We'll see what Louisville can do here in the last 7:36. They've made this game, if there's an adjective to describe it, at least they've made it interesting here in the second half. Virgin's on the return up past the 31-yard line. Whoa, we get weird in the chat. That's what happens. That's what happens in 20-point games. We start to get weird in the chat. We've had some exciting games here in week 1. 5 games in the books, and all have been decided by less than 20 points. So this currently is the largest margin. of victory so far in week 1. First and 10 from the 31. The handoff goes to Black, and O'Reilly eats him for dinner. 424. That's actually Latshaw, beg your pardon, but Darnell Black just putting up stupid numbers tonight.
Second and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line.
Another good crowd, though, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great couple of games on the other networks, and this has had its moments as well. Too much Darnell Black tonight. Coleman is in some trouble. Pass is incomplete, nearly picked off. Now it's 3rd and 10. O'Reilly again. .6:57 still left. Both teams all 3 timeouts. The Hyenas, the exact opposite of the Houston Texans, that's for sure, tonight. 3rd down and 10. Coleman back to pass, and he flips it left side. That pass knocked away. Sim was double teamed. Sanders defends the pass, and Houston has to punt again. Man, Louisville, if they just would have capitalized, if they would have scored touchdowns on their last couple of possessions, totally different vibe here.
I'll cut you down.
Sanders misses a big opportunity there to take that one to the house, and Louisville will return the punt from the 30-yard line and up to the 34. Burnett on the return. Coming up tomorrow night, Battle of New York, NYC and Queen City. Park Hee-Chol back in action after his MVP season, as well as Daniel Garcia's first game since the championship game, now in bright green and black. Minneapolis, Sioux Falls also from Minnesota. That should be a good one as well. That's tomorrow. Overstreet spins away from one man and stiff arms another. Gets out of bounds after a pickup of 7. Funk now more passing yards than Coleman tonight, 244. But those 3 interceptions, the big stunner tonight.
Second and 3 from 41-yard line.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Louisville's got to get at least one more score to make things dramatic. Overstreet on the carry, and he didn't even get the first down. Hamilton in the mix once again. He's been fantastic. So far, the league's leading tackler, Adam Stackhouse, in his new home from Oklahoma City to Tallahassee, had 15 tackles in that win over Dallas. 3rd down and 1 for Louisville. They hand it off to try to squeeze the first down, and Overstreet got it and then some up to midfield, and now Louisville really needs to hurry it up. Overstreet, another solid run, and it's not often that Overstreet gets outdueled, but it wasn't even close tonight. Darnell Black and the Hyenas just out-schemed Louisville in that first half, and really since then, Louisville has outscored Houston 24-23 since digging a 21-0 hole. First and 10 from midfield. Funk will swing it out to Overstreet. He spins away from one, and a nice tackle by Rockefeller. He's done a great job on that left-hand side, limiting Overstreet in the passing game. 2nd and 9, and all of a sudden Louisville's got a little bit too conservative for their own good. Hand it off again. Overstreet, nowhere to go. That was blown up immediately. Houston's defensive line has been quiet tonight, but that was the best job they've done. Gregory on the tackle, 3rd and 10. And Louisville taking too much time here. 4 receivers now for Funk out of the gun. Ball at midfield. 5 in the box for Houston. They rush just 3. Funk swings it outside, pass caught, and the decision to cut back inside, not a good one. Go down territory here for the Wolfpack. And really their comeback came to a halt, a screeching halt, when Funk threw that interception. 4 receivers quickly to the line, 4th and 4. And they're going to toss it out to Overstreet. He's got some good blocks, and that is a first down. 1st and 10 at the 36. Down to 3:52 to go, and Louisville may be caught in a toss cycle here. That's the disadvantage of having less than 3 plays in a formation. Sometimes you get stuck, and Louisville is stuck right now. Overstreet loses a yard, and I would expect another toss here. It's vital that teams put in at least 3 plays in a formation. Overstreet is tired. It's 4th down. Rematch of these two is week 8, February 25th in Louisville. 3 minutes left. Too much time wasted by the Wolfpack on this drive. Post-game show coming up next. We'll break down all the exciting action tonight. Funk deep, that pass is incomplete. And the Houston Hyenas will take over. Not a good drive there for the Wolfpack. Aaron Arrington, another great job on the outside against Kirkland. And Lawrence Kirkland was hurt on the play. His night likely done.
Showtime.
1st and 10 of the 28. Chance for Black to rack up some more yards. Why not? Black, oh, smacked in the backfield. A loss of 3.
Number 56, credited with the tackle for a loss.
I think it's about time, as Russell made the tackle, I think it's about time to sit the Hyena starters. I'm surprised, honestly, they came back out here on this possession.
Second and 13 from 25-yard.
Out of the eye. 2nd down, 13. Clock continues to roll. Louisville does have 3 timeouts. Louisville has made this game respectable. They just dug themselves way too big of a hole early. And Darnell Black, 424 yards, at one point had the 98-yard run after Louisville pinned Houston deep. Anyone who has a 98-yard run has a chance to have a record-setting night. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 10. Louisville still may have one more shot to close the gap on Houston.
3rd and 10 from 29 yards.
A valiant effort to try to erase at what at one point was a 34-point deficit. They cut it to 20 but could not get any closer. 3rd and 10, the backups are in, and that is a 4-yard loss. And Louisville burns a timeout and they'll get the ball back. It's an interesting discussion about what Houston is to do moving forward, because Houston, obviously, Black was out of control, but once Louisville made the proper adjustments, the Hyenas did nothing. They had 3 points here in the second half, and Coleman looked rattled, and the defense, that punt is nearly blocked. The defense had their struggles with Louisville. The Wolfpack put up 17 points here in the half and had a costly red zone interception. I wouldn't necessarily say that Houston's night was 100% clear-cut and perfect. And Louisville probably wished, like they did in week 1, that they had this game back. Louisville, a master of adjustments last year, as Overstreet nearly got to 200 yards tonight. And we'll see what the Wolfpack can do. I wouldn't want to play Louisville in week 2, and that is Tallahassee's assignment on Thursday. Back to pass, Funk. He flips it outside. Pass caught. That's a 5-yard gain. No huddle here for the Wolfpack. Don't forget, post-game show is coming up next. We'll have highlights from the other games and break down all the statistics from those games as well, along with the box score, the final box score from tonight's game. That pass is incomplete off the hands. 1:28 remains. Jones on the pass breakup. Third down, 5. At the 45 for Funk. Still, despite the blowout, we've topped out our viewers nearly at 40 now, so we're happy that just another fantastic night. And these two teams are going to be here for a while. I foresee these two as being some good quality clubs. Skeletor Funk, clearly an off night, a fantastic job by the Houston defense to force Funk into as many interceptions as he had all of last year. Ball's on the Hyena, 49 now for Louisville. Grimm's YDE 65, loving that it's your first game. Hopefully we'll have a closer game in the spotlight for you tomorrow when Queen City takes on NYC. And stick around for the post-game show. Blaylock with 6 catches tonight. Quiet all of the first half, came alive. And it's the same storyline across the board for Louisville, except for Rick O'Reilly. Just too little too late this evening. For everything SFL, visit simulationfl.com. The box scores of the other games will be up immediately following this game. And we'll try to get Houston and Louisville's box up ASAP. Funk back to pass, flip it out to Overstreet, and Overstreet is trying to get out of bounds, and he does at the 46. They're down 7. So, talking about all of the action here in the opening week of Season 6. Baltimore wins a stunner over DC 26-23. Tallahassee blows out Dallas 50-31. Cleveland wins a nail-biter. 4th down for Louisville. They take their second timeout. Cleveland wins a nail-biter over San Francisco. Tonight, Oklahoma City stuns Santa Fe. And Carolina kicks a walk-off field goal to get their first win since taking over the Honolulu Legends and moving them all the way across the country, 27-24, and now tonight. Fourth down and 3. Funk out of the gun. Back to pass to keep the drive alive, and it's dropped. So Houston will take 3 knees. Louisville will take 1 timeout and we'll be done. Stephen Burnett, not his finest moment. Should have had the first down. Houston 44, Louisville 24 is going to be your final tonight.
Call a timeout.
Louisville takes their last timeout just to say they left it all on the field. A couple of kneel downs here will put Houston officially at 1-0. The Hyenas take on Orlando next week. That is on Monday night. So both teams with an extra long week to prepare. And for Houston, this is quite an accomplishment. They didn't win as maybe they had expected. Darnell Black has an unbelievable, never-before-seen night, and we've been doing SFL games for 3 years, folks. It's not like it happens every night. Not only is he the first running back to ever go over 400 yards of rushing, but he nearly got to 450 And if it wasn't for the proper adjustments by Louisville in the second half, which kudos to them, this game really would have gotten ugly fast. But Louisville outscores the Hyenas 24-23 following the 21-0 start for Houston tonight. And they outscored Houston in the second half 17 to a measly 3. Hyenas at 1-0, but still some work to do. And if I was Kyle Walsh and the Orlando Intimidators, I would make sure that they get Darnell Black contained and stopped and let someone else beat him Monday night. That's the final. Post-game show is coming up next. Give us a shot to prepare. Give us a few minutes, and we'll be right back. This is the SFL Network. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up next. Welcome to the SFL postgame show. So it's a final 44-24. Houston wins. Here are the final numbers. Funk 27-46. Those 3 picks will haunt him. 269 yards. 188 on the ground for Overstreet on 23 carries. Rick O'Reilly's night finished with 6 tackles, 3.5 sacks. For Houston, it was all about Darnell Black. He is the only running back so far this season to have more than 30 carries in a game. And why not? A whopping 424, absurd number of rushing yards tonight, and 5 touchdowns. They all came in the first half. Alonzo Hamilton, a great night for Houston. 15 tackles, a pick, and 2 tackles for loss. The gold linebacker getting his money. Coleman 11 of 19, 208 yards, was sacked 5 times. Houston's got to work on quarterback protection moving forward. Let's take a look at what else happened tonight around the league. Santa Fe runners-up last year to the DC Dragons. Look at this play in the first quarter. Just getting things started. Nick T. Quick, a phenomenal catch. In fact, we want a second look at this one. It's a scoreless game early in the first, but Quick makes an unbelievable catch in traffic. Problems for Santa Fe the rest of the way, having to settle for field goals all day long. Pete Bruschi breaks a tackle, and then another, and Bruschi is gone inside the 10, the 5, and that's a touchdown. The Renegades take the lead, 7-6 midway through the second. Pete Bruschi rubbing it in to Santa Fe's defense. That's not nice. Santa Fe down one still in the third. Biggest play of the game here. Off the deflection, Tank Savage picks off Matt Wilson, and there he goes. Savage, who did not have an interception all last year, gets his first this year. A huge one. Renegades go up by 8, 14-6 early in the third. Fast forward late to the fourth quarter, it's 20-9. Wilson, more trouble. Picked off by Cam Michael. Michael returns it into Santa Fe territory. That's the ball game. Renegades upset the Gorillas 23-9. So how about it? The Renegades get one of their biggest wins in franchise history. They beat last year's runner-up 23-9. That's a franchise low for points for Santa Fe. Previously it was 17. Matt Wilson, the rookie, finishes with 2 picks, 30 of 42, 264 yards. Juan Bosco got over 100 yards on 8 grabs. And as I mentioned, the first time Santa Fe has scored in single digits in franchise history. For Oklahoma City, Red Feather not flashy but efficient, 16 for 21. And in his last 5 games has thrown just 2 interceptions. Pete Bruschi, 21 carries, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. It wasn't flashy for the Renegade offense. It was mostly their defense. Tank Savage, 8 tackles and a pick. And the rookie, Bunk Lawless, had 10 tackles for the Renegades. Orlando, Carolina, this was a fun one. Down 14-0. Look at that. Beautiful drop in the bucket pass from rookie Connor Pyatt to Nathan Chambers. Orlando gets on the board midway through the second, 14-7 after Carolina's fast start. Orlando can't seem to figure out how to get Johnny English on the ground. That's embarrassing. That's even worse. English 30, 20, he gone. Carolina regains the lead just before the half, 21-14. English was a monster. 3 touchdowns in the first half, all by himself. Down 10, Orlando looking to make a comeback late in the third quarter. Pyatt from 18 yards away, looking for, you guessed it, it's Chambers again. And Orlando has cut the gap to 3. Orlando erased a 14-point deficit today. They erased a 10-point deficit today. Tied with 3 seconds to go. Orlando would never lead, and the Skyhawks would walk off with Jamie Hart's 36-yard game winner. Carolina 27, Orlando 24. So congratulations to the Carolina Skyhawks. What a way to open up against your home fans. I don't know what it is about football in Carolina, but it has been phenomenal here this year. Connor Pyatt finishes 24-36, 255 yards. Did have 3 touchdowns to just 1 pick. Zach Parker held to 5 yards a carry, 25 carries, 125 yards. Nathan Chambers was outstanding. 162 yards on 10 grabs, 2 touchdowns. Johnny English was a beast, outshined by Black tonight, but he had a fantastic game. 29 carries, 233 yards, and 3 scores all in the first half. June Fierro, 9 tackles, 3 passes defended, and a pick, leading that defense. And Bobby Law, who was picked up from the New York Knights, 9 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Bobby Law was fantastic in the victory as well. So that's a wrap. Another night of SFL action in the books. 44-24, Houston the final in the Spotlight game. Tomorrow, Queen City and NYC at 7 p.m. Central, along with Minneapolis and Sioux Falls on SFLN2 as we wrap up Week 1. We appreciate all of your support as Houston moves to 1-0, Louisville 0-1, back-to-back seasons. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. We've had a lot of fun here tonight. Somebody stop Darnell Black before he makes fools out of everyone. I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been an SFL broadcast. Have a great night, everybody.